Hey, all my beautiful, soulful art babes out there. Really quick, I just wanted to share an enlightening reminder that it's super important to keep in mind at all times when it comes to manifesting and finances, because this is basically the conversation that was had. I was talking to my mom, she's like my play mom, but my auntie type of thing, my friend's mom. We were on like a brunch date, and I was telling her yeah, I plan on moving to Costa Rica as soon as I have X amount of money. And she reminded me instantly that oh, see, yeah, whenever I want to do something, I kind of just do it, and I don't try to plan for too long, because when it comes to numbers, there's no end to numbers, and you can keep winning more and more and more, and when is that ever going to stop, you know? So she told me, how do you know that you aren't going to move out to Costa Rica with $500 and then at the minimum amount, you know, and then just be able to keep making more money there? Because I wanted to have at least $2,000 or $3,000, but she's like, you can move out there with any amount of money and then survive. Things always work out. She told me a story or a situation when she needed some money, and then suddenly her job told her oh, and by the way, we have this extra check for you. Would you like, not would you like it, but yeah, here, come claim it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so right. And I knew that. I know these things. I knew that, right? If you want to do something, you can't wait for X to happen and then you proceed and move forward. You have to just do it and trust that things are gonna unfold for you as you go. Because another example of that for me was that I wanted to get my nails done, right? And I'm like, well, but I don't have X amount of money in my bank account, even though it's, oh shoot, I'm getting bit up, guys. I'm getting bit up. No, there's ants. Even though there's literally enough money in my, even though there's way more than $40 in my bank account right now, I was still thinking I don't have enough, right? Even though I did. So it just goes to show that you just need to go do things. If you currently have the means to do it, try not to define what the means are. If it's a vague thing, don't define it. How do I know what amount of money should be in my bank account before I feel comfortable getting my nails done, right? Who the fuck cares, honestly? So before I get too distracted, just go out and do the things that you want to do, especially if you have the means for it right now. If you want to go get food, do it. I mean, obviously don't be extremely negligent, but for someone like me, you want to be balanced when it comes to this kind of stuff. But someone like me, it's hard for me to even spend money on myself sometimes. I spend money easily when it comes to travel and stuff, but the small pampering things, I recognize that they all add up quick, so I'm very cautious with it. Now, if you have no priority when it comes to your money and finances, obviously be a little bit more responsible, but I'm sure y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. Honestly, these ants just really threw me off. They bit my foot.